Hello, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon.
Yo, VI, play the beat.
Hello, children of the night. It's the Virgo lunar eclipse. Could you be busier? Could more things be happening right now? I think not. But it's great because everything that is coming up right now is important things that we need to pay attention to. It's assisting us through this retrograde season by getting our priorities straight, getting our habits straight. And that comes to managing our emotions and everything else that follows. King of Swords. That side. Yeah. And everything that follows. The actions, the storms brewing internally, the work that needs to be done in the sickle, or the work that hasn't been done. Maybe we need to pick up that sickle and get to work. Because there's storms brewing, there's stuff going down, there's things happening, and it's going to require action. It's going to require us to do. So that Virgo moon assists us so that we can prioritize with our emotional self in order to direct our actions into where they're needed the most. What's up, Tower? I'm looking at that lightning strike, and then I just looked straight down at the lightning striking the tower. Yeah, there's stuff happening out there. There are wild and crazy things happening out there. And the most important thing is for us to allow ourselves to be alert and present in those moments. King of Cups. And allowing ourselves to have the wisdom to know where our waters need to be distributed. A king doesn't just think about his own water source, he thinks about the water reaching the furthest stretches of his kingdom. There's enough water here in this ocean for everyone, and leave it to a Virgo to look out into an ocean and say, I could irrigate that. I think I could grow an entire country worth of crops with that ocean. We just need to run it through a purification filtration system, probably natural in nature, and then distribute it how it needs to be distributed so that there can be water for all. I'm going to actually keep these guys opposing because the thought and the feeling represented in the masculine energy, the King of Cups facing us, the King of Swords facing away, looking out onto the storm, into the storm. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Good emotional dictation is the best way to navigate through this full moon energy, knowing what we need to release. And what's most important in that releasing process is not taking any of that back in. Let it come up, let it come out, let it go, and let it flow into that natural filtration of rock and earth and sand and push it through into the fresh, clean waters that we distribute. All reversed? Are we? Juggling? Dropping? What's this King of Cups got on his plate? Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, Seven of Swords, Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, Three of Cups, and Four of Cups. They all came out reversed. I'm going to put the juggling facing up. I'm going to run these down the line. This feels like the way. This feels like the way. Ah! It's a waterfall. I made a waterfall. Leave it to a Virgo to look out into an ocean and say, I could clean that and irrigate that and water an entire land worth of crops. Look. We just built this waterfall here, and now we have all of these, was it positive or negative ions that you get out of the shower? Whatever. Whichever one balances you out. I think it's the negative ions, actually. I think we're overstimulated with positive ions, so you get that shower or waterfall effect of the balancing out. And that's why, when I laid our cards down, I turned this one up. Because even though everything came reversed, we needed to take what was handed to us face down and turn it into something. We needed to move that earth, those pentacles, we needed to move that earth in order to let the water flow. The next card I turned down, and I kept it sideways, and I ran a waterfall trail down from the Knight of Cups, pouring that water. The Knight of Cups is walking over the little Cancer crab there into and over the Seven of Swords. Mistreatment was the first thing that came into mind. Pouring water over the mistreatment is the first step. Queen of Wands, unturned, in her inner reflection, is kind of like the steam coming up from the rocks. I want to give it that steamy, like, hot spring kind of element with all of this fire down below, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's how that goes. It's pouring down onto these hot and burning. Ooh, are we making a sauna? Are we making a sauna? It was like waterfall? No, wait, because now we got some like hot burning like wood and coals. And that feminine energy is like that burnt wood that's burning down into the coals, and it's hardened, but it's providing the most warmth that's radiating off of that. And the Page of Wands is like that breath of fire, that extra breath of heat that is helping with the cleansing and clearing process and moving things along, writing it down. The most interesting is the reception, the receiving of the water, and the stop, or the pour out. Hey look, the crab's back in the 4 cups. Because the clean water is received with gratitude. But is it washing out back into the, but is it washing out the shore, back into the ocean? In a good way or a bad way? Well, if it's received and it's utilized properly, then the return to the ocean isn't as disappointing or as hollow as the 4 of Cups can feel, but there is also that, and it's 2 sides. It could go 2 ways. It can go one of 2 ways. It's either the natural breath and flow and movement, or something's gonna wash out. Oh, the suburban washout. Man, the story of the suburban washout. Can't tell you how many times I've seen it. I heard tales growing up as a child, and I always thought, God, the suburban washout, the Stepford wife, most terrifying horror movies ever. I saw some scary stuff. I didn't have a lot of restrictions growing up, you know. I had a level of, taste, but also, that was the stuff that really freaked me out, though. That was the stuff that kept me up at night. I was like, no, can't be. It'll never be me. Can't be me. I don't want to get stuck as a suburban washout, with a suburban washout, being a Stepford wife. No. Okay, see, we've titrated and released those waters. Aha! Look at that. That's on the top there. 8 of Swords with the eagle, set free, lovers on the deck, and the 4 of Wands coming out over top, fruitful. This is the ends and the reaches of the valley of the lands, and they are fertile, and they are growing, and they are founded. Oh, look at the little dove too. Yeah, there's all kinds of joy and stuff in there. I don't know what your deal is over there, 4 of Cups. Somebody might be gloomy, but I think it's a natural and important part of the process. Another king wanted to jump out, but it didn't. Mind the jets. That's a thing. Hey, there's the king. 2 of Wands, King of Pentacles. Time and patience, and this will reach the entire empire. It starts with a thought, it starts with a feeling, and it starts with the ingenuity to take something and move it to extend its reach. change it and grow it and work with the process. Not just the positive light stuff, but the dark and the negative stuff too. It's all usable if you put it in its proper place and position. Creating that waterfall, that filtration system, building up that steam, that cleansing, purifying steam. I hope you can hear me. Just wanted the window open. Noisy. I tell you. There's some endings. There's some closing out. And there's some beginnings. Tower stops on top. It's there. It's a part of it. The Two of Cups kind of kicked the King of Swords on out of there. So whatever that King of Swords represents for you, however that made you feel that this new pairing has booted that King of Swords to the side, that happened. But look, we're aligned under a star. We're aligned under our star. We're aligned under our star. We're making beautiful new connections. Small, but with great potential. An offering to be shared because of the process that we utilized for our Virgo full moon. Get out there, kids. Create your waterfalls. Do your releasing rituals. Utilize this energy to the best of your capabilities as we move through this. Because it is an opportunity for us to completely change our landscape for the better. And nourish an entire kingdom, an entire empire, the whole community, self included. Thank you all. Have a fantastic moon. We'll see you next time.